Days of Our Lives, Sophia's Trap for Rachel, the Trey kidnapping that shakes all of Salem. Salem had survived serial killers, demonic possessions, secret twins, and resurrections that defied every law of nature. Yet nothing could have prepared the town for the storm that arrived the night Sophia Choi decided she had nothing left to lose. It began quietly, almost invisibly, like the hush before a tornado tears through everything in its path. To most of Salem, Sophia Choi was forgettable. She was the woman people nodded to politely at the Brady pub, the volunteer who helped at the community center, the former DI Mera intern who'd left quietly after a brief scandal no one bothered to fully understand. She smiled at children, remembered names, and said all the right things. She listened more than she spoke. But beneath that calm surface was a woman who had learned a devastating truth: being invisible was power. Sophia had spent years watching the people of Salem destroy one another and then walk away clean. The Bradys always protected their own. The Blacks did the same. And Rachel Black, sweet, troubled, dangerous little Rachel, was always forgiven. Always excused. Sophia had once believed justice existed in Salem. She no longer did. She believed in consequences. And Rachel was long overdue. Rachel Black had grown up surrounded by chaos. Her parents' toxic love story was the stuff of legend, Brady and Kristen, passion and destruction wrapped in obsession. Rachel had inherited both their intensity and their talent for manipulation. At 12 years old, Rachel already knew how to weaponize her tears. Therapy hadn't helped. Boarding school hadn't helped. Brady tried, God knew he tried, but guilt made him weak. He was always afraid of losing Rachel the way he'd lost so many other things in his life. Rachel sensed that fear and exploited it. When things didn't go her way, she lashed out. When she felt cornered, she lied. And when she hurt people, she justified it, because everyone else always did. Sophia had once been one of those people Rachel hurt. Years ago, Sophia had worked as a tutor at Salem Academy. Rachel had accused her of mistreatment after Sophia disciplined her for cheating. The accusation had been false, but Kristen had ensured it became devastating. Sophia lost her job, her reputation, her future in Salem's education system. No apology ever came. Rachel moved on. Sophia never did. Trey Donovan wasn't supposed to matter. He was quiet, smart, and deeply lonely, the kind of child who slipped through cracks adults didn't even notice. His mother worked double shifts. His father was gone. Trey spent most of his afternoons at the Salem Community Center, reading or helping younger kids with homework. Sophia noticed him immediately. She saw herself in him, the isolation, the hunger to be seen. Rachel noticed him too. At first, Rachel was kind. She laughed at Trey's jokes, sat beside him during group activities. Trey developed a crush that made his cheeks flush red whenever she smiled. Then came the cruelty. Rachel began to mock him, subtly at first. She told other kids his secrets. She convinced him he was lucky she even talked to him. And when he tried to pull away, she accused him of stalking her. Adults believed Rachel. Trey was warned, labeled, watched. Sophia saw everything. And when she overheard Rachel whisper, "If you tell anyone, I'll make sure they hate you," something inside Sophia finally snapped. Sophia didn't act in anger. She planned. For months, she watched Rachel's patterns. Her schedules. Her weaknesses. Rachel was impulsive, but predictable. She wanted attention, power, and control. She wanted to feel untouchable. Sophia decided to show her what it felt like to be powerless. But Rachel wouldn't be the one who disappeared. Trey would. Not to harm him. To save him. Sophia approached Trey gently. She listened to him cry. She validated his fear. And then she offered him a choice. "Do you trust me?" she asked one evening as rain streaked the windows of the community center. Trey hesitated. Then nodded. That nod would change Salem forever. The day Trey vanished, Salem erupted. He was supposed to be at the park. A playdate organized by Rachel herself. But when Rachel returned home alone, she shrugged it off, claiming Trey had gotten weird and walked away. By nightfall, panic set in. Police flooded the park. Flyers were printed. Social media exploded. Kayla Johnson coordinated volunteers. Melina prayed with Trey's mother as she sobbed in the hospital chapel. Brady was furious, especially when questions turned toward Rachel. Rachel cried on cue. "I didn't do anything," she insisted, eyes wide and trembling. "Why does everyone always blame me?" Brady wrapped her in his arms. Sophia watched from the shadows. Phase 1 was complete. hidden in an old lakeside cabin owned by Sophia's late aunt, stocked with food, books, and games. Sophia checked on him daily, reassuring him the world would understand soon. Rachel, however, was unraveling. Anonymous messages began appearing on her tablet. "Do you remember what you did to him? Truth always comes out." Rachel smashed the device against the wall. Nightmares followed. She dreamed of Trey staring at her, silent and accusing. She began snapping at classmates, at teachers, at Brady. Kristen sensed something was wrong. And Kristen never ignored her instincts. Kristen Mera confronted Sophia in the town square. "You," Kristen hissed. "You're enjoying this." Sophia met her gaze calmly. "I'm enjoying the truth." Kristen threatened her, bribed her, tried to intimidate her. Sophia didn't flinch. "Rachel needs to confess," Sophia said softly, "or Salem will learn who she really is." Kristen's eyes darkened. "You have no idea what you're dealing with." Sophia smiled. "Oh, I do." The breaking point came when Rachel received a video. Trey, alive, unharmed, looked into the camera. "I'm not scared anymore," he said. "Because someone finally believes me." Rachel screamed. She confessed everything to Brady, how she lied, manipulated, threatened Trey. How she enjoyed having that power. Brady's world shattered. The police were called. And Sophia turned herself in. Some called Sophia a hero. Others called her a criminal. Melina struggled to reconcile the morality of Sophia's actions. Kayla acknowledged Trey had been saved. Brady faced the reality that his daughter needed serious help. Rachel was ordered into intensive treatment. Trey was reunited with his mother. Stronger, braver, finally heard. Sophia was sentenced to prison time. She accepted it without protest. On the day Sophia was taken away, Trey visited her. "Thank you," he whispered. Sophia smiled through tears. "Live bravely," she said. "That's how you win." As the gates closed behind her, Salem exhaled, changed forever. Because for the first time, someone had dared to hold a mirror up to its darkest truths. And Salem would never be the same again.